Brandon Adams doing the holding here from the 30-yard line. So officially from the near hash mark, this will be a 40-yard field goal attempt by the senior place kicker, Alex Sanchez. There's the snap back, the hold down. The kick has got low trajectory and off to the left. No good. Whitehouse with an important defensive stand there. They'll take over offensively. And a big defensive stand for Whitehouse.
Yeah, really big defensive stand because we talked about you wanted the Ennis Lions to drive the ball down, take a lot of time off the clock, and they did that, but come away with no points. We're in the fourth quarter now, and the Wildcats going to take over the ball on their own 23-yard line.
And on trots Pat Mahomes, who was quieted a bit in that third quarter. The Ennis Lions defense rising to the occasion. Give those DBs a lot of credit for playing in-your-face coverage. And here's a handoff to Dunning trying to get to the right side. Now, Nick, now he's going to spin. He's still running. There's a block by the quarterback. Dunning is still running. And he's going to get to the 30-yard line.
Well,
now make it the 32-yard line.
Man, just a good hard running there by Dunning. That's all you can say right there. He got some timely blocks. Mahomes threw a block that, could have been called a crack block. It was really close to being called that.
And a gain of, now they're going to say a 10-yard gain. And I thought it was about a yard short, but they give him 10 yards. So move the chains and a new set of downs for Pat Mahomes and company with 11:37 to play in the ball game, and the Lions on top right now, but by mere 4 points, 32-28. Shotgun, there's the snap. Mahomes looks to throw, going deep, far side. He's got Cantrell. Ball's caught. Another leaping grab by Cantrell. Now they're going to rule it incomplete and say he didn't have possession long enough. Cantrell a little bit disgusted for not holding on to that football, and that was one of those bang-bang plays. Pretty good coverage by the Ennis Lions, but incomplete. That'll bring up second down and 10.
Yeah, good coverage out there by Andy Andrade. He's keeping good coverage out there on Cantrell. They're having a war out there, and Andrade got his hand in there to knock that ball loose as they were coming to the turf.
An updated Blooming Grove playoff game tonight. Jacksboro is on top of that one in the fourth quarter with 10:40 to play. 28-13 over Blooming Grove. Four receivers set again. Handoff done in big hole. And James Lockhart trailing on the play along with Ruben Gonzalez are finally able to chase down Dunning, who's going to get to the 42-yard line and close to another first down, but a yard short, setting up third down and 1.
I've got an update from Midlothian. Red Oak is leading Corsicana 51-7 at this time.
Yeah, the Tigers got on the board. We'll talk about that touchdown the Tigers got as Dunning up the middle to the 46, and that will be first down, move the chains for Whitehouse. But for the Tigers, Bobby Wallace scores on a 12-yard pass from Zach Rash to give the Tigers their touchdown tonight. Certainly not quitting of the Corsicana Tigers, but Red Oaks playing some very good football, as we know, out of District 15-4A. Now here's Mahomes on a first down throw. Ball's caught, and it's caught on the far side on a simple out route by Coleman Patterson. And Patterson's going to turn it up inside line territory and tackle at the 47-yard line.
So this offense can strike quickly with all the weapons they really have. Got an update in Garland right now. John Tyler is leading Waxahachie 49-20.
And three-step, making a five-step drop, throwing off the back foot, and he's got his man on the near side of the field. Just a beautiful timing route on the deep out. Jake Parker with the catch at the 35, and you'll move the chains again as Whitehouse gets another first down.
Yeah, it just seems like he knows exactly where his receivers are supposed to be. Perfect timing pattern to get the ball to the outside.
And that, they say technically he went out of bounds at the 34, and Mahomes is going to throw again. He's doing the flag route. He's got a man, and it's going to be incomplete, and now we have a penalty flag. Jayshawn Johnson is acting as though this may be called against him for defensive holding, trying to slow up Dylan Cantrell.
Yeah, and that's the preliminary call right now. It's holding.
Defensive holding.
Yeah. I've got an update from Wiley East and Sulphur Springs. Wiley East is winning 70-21.
Goodness gracious. If I'm not mistaken, Wiley East has one loss this season. I think it was to a 5A school early in the year, but I think they're 10-1. 9-1 going into tonight. And certainly looking to make it 10-1 with that score.
Certainly looks that way.
So with a holding infraction against the Lions, that'll move the football to the 24-yard line and another fresh set of downs for Whitehouse. Operating here with 10:21 to play. Mahomes looking to throw. He's looking to the near side. He's got pressure. Gets by one sacker. Throws the ball over there. He was looking for an intended receiver, and it hit one of the Ennis Lions. Malik Jenkins reception.
Yeah, Malik was looking all around for the ball because he knew it hit him in the head, but he just couldn't find it.
2nd down and 10 as, again, Ennis bringing pressure on Pat Mahomes. And Mahomes looking to throw. Here's the out route. The ball is going to be caught by Cantrell, and Andrade draped all over him. Now, I don't know how Mahomes got that ball in there. He couldn't have had more than 6 inches to rifle that throw to Cantrell, who then used his big body like a basketball player to position appropriately, make the catch, and then fight for yardage down to the 9-yard line.
It's not like that. Andrade did not have great coverage on him right there.
From the 9, 1st and go. There's the alley-oop again, going on top to Cantrell, and Andrade again providing coverage on the far side of the field. Now, Cantrell already with a touchdown on that same pass in the end zone, so it's kind of one of those bread and butter things for this connection between Mahomes and Cantrell.
Yeah, and it wouldn't surprise me if we see it again, and that's why I think you're looking at Ja'Shawn Johnson drifting to that side of the field to kind of give Andrade a little help on that kind of pass play. But what Mahomes is doing, he is reading where Ja'Shawn is lining up right now.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes is looking to throw. Now he's rolling to his right. He's still got the football. He's going to keep it to the 5, to the 3, and hit hard out of bounds. Pat Mahomes may have made it to the 2-yard line, and they're going to say right at about the 2.5. So a nice job by Mahomes, who had to avoid, again, heavy pressure from the rush defense of the Ennis Lions.
Yeah, and we've seen this in their stats that he is their leading rusher right now, but it wouldn't surprise me here if they do a little quick hit to Dunning right here trying to run the ball up the middle.
3rd down and goal to go from the 3. A big play right here for Whitehouse. The Ennis Lions defense trying to rise to this challenge to hold on to their current 4-point lead. 32-28. There's the snap. Mahomes to throw. Broke up. Darby Smith in the end zone as on the slant route, Jake Parker was the intended receiver. Now what do you do if you're Coach McFarland? 4th down and goal to go from the 3. You trail by 4 points here.
Well, I think we're going to see him go for it. I don't think he wants to try a field goal right here to still be 1 point down and give the ball back to the Ennis Lions offense right now.
And the Ennis Line bench calling on their fans for that 12th man support. There's the snap. Mahomes looks to throw. He rolls. He still has the football. He's got a man open. The ball's caught. Touchdown. But we do have a penalty flag on the near side of the field. Jalen Dews, if the play stands, will get credit for the touchdown in the back of the end zone as 3 officials get together at the 5. And we'll be able to tell by the player reactions here. Whitehouse is clapping, so that doesn't bode well. And here comes the official call from the head referee, and it's going to be defensive holding, decline. So 4th touchdown pass of the night for Pat Mahomes. This time Jalen Dews with the 2-yard reception.
Well, it was a real close call because, it more looked like to me that it was more offensive pass interference for him to get open because he actually pushed Ruben Gonzalez down to the turf.
So there's a snap back, and the kick is up by Destin Wilkins. The kick is good with 9:50 to play in the game. It's now Whitehouse 35, Ennis 32. We'll be back with more Ennis Lions playoff football right after this.
Ennis State Bank is a proud supporter of our Ennis Lions. Since 1933, Ennis State Bank has been committed to serving and supporting the citizens of Ennis. We're putting the needs of our customers and Ennis first with the kind of service you can only get at your local bank. So come on by and let ESB show you how your local community bank can meet your banking needs. Ennis State Bank and the Ennis Lions, the 2 best teams in town. Go Lions! Ennis State Bank, the only bank in town that can call Ennis home. 815 West Ennis Avenue, member FDIC. You're listening to Ennis Lions football on 106.9 The Ranch. And now, back to the game.
We're back with 9:50 to play in the game, and Pat Mahomes with his 4th touchdown pass on the night, a 2-yarder to Jalen Dews. Destin Wilkins kicks the PAT, and it's 35-32 as, again, and we go back and forth now. It's Whitehouse with the lead as Wilkins is on the field with his kicking team here as Marcellus Hill and Andy Andrade drop back to the 9-yard line as they await the kick from Wilkins.
Yeah, big drive here coming up for the Ennis Lions with 9:50 left to see what they can do within this fourth quarter.
And there's a deep kick. It's going to come down to the 5. It's fumbled. Picked up by Marcellus Hill. He's across the 10-15. And Marcellus Hill, where it looked like a catastrophe, we have a penalty flag between the two hash marks in the dead middle of the field at the 30-yard line.
Looks like they may be calling a face mask here against the Wildcats.
Well, no doubt his headgear was involved in that tackle, Marcellus Hill, and it is going to be personal foul. Face mask indeed is the call. A 15-yard penalty added on to the end of the Marcellus Hill run will move the football all the way out to the 38-yard line. So outstanding field position for the Ennis Lions.
Yeah, Marcellus on that kickoff return he had a little indecision right there to see if to catch it in the air or let it take the bounce, and it kind of short-hopped him, and he fumbled the ball forward, and he got a lucky bounce and got the ball back and made some positive yards. But anytime you get tackled around the head and you see the headgear move, you're going to get called for a face mask.
Hunter Isom and Devin Smith, two receivers split far side. Ryan Woods tied into the right side. Pitch out going left is Nick Gabriel. He's got to bounce it out. He stiff arms there, gets to the 40, to the 42-yard line where he's brought down. And that's going to be a pickup of about 4 strong yards for Nick Gabriel out to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more of Gabriel running the ball in this second half than Terrence Williams. I don't know. I saw earlier in the, late in the second quarter, Terrence might have tweaked that ankle again, and I've seen kind of a little limp going on out there, so I don't know if he's got a little ankle problem again, but he really hasn't carried the ball much in this second half.
The clock is not a factor as of yet, but it is down to right now 9 minutes as the snap to Adams is going to be a handoff. Terrence Williams going left is going to kind of high step one would-be tackler to the 45, and a pickup of another 3 yards on the play will leave the Lions faced with a third down and about 4 still needed to pick up this first down.
Yeah, this is an important third down right here at the 45-yard line to keep this drive going and try to get down here and, run as much time off the clock, but make sure that you are scoring on this possession to keep the ball out of the Wildcats' hands.
So on this 3rd and 3 with 8:26 to go, two-back set, looking to throw. He's going to throw. Oh, and it's deflected at the line of scrimmage. He had Devin Smith set up. Is that a lateral?
They're calling it a lateral right now. Yes, I don't know. I wish I could see a replay on that.
I thought that ball was deflected at the line of scrimmage.
So I don't know. But we've got Jack Alvarez out on the field right here saying the ball was tipped. And if that's the case, then that can't be a lateral.
Oh, absolutely not. And how can it not be an incomplete pass when it changed? You saw the trajectory of the pass change about 9 yards backwards.
Yeah, there's no way they can call this a lateral. They've got to call an incomplete pass, bring the ball back to the line of scrimmage, but it doesn't look like the referees are going to call it that way. And Coach Alvarez is really upset down there by this call.
Oh, my goodness. And that would mean that the Lions are going to have the football. Now, fortunately, they recovered it if they're going to call this a lateral, because it'd be 1st and 10 Whitehouse from the 32-yard line. Instead, Ennis with the football, but now having to punt, will trot on Alex Sanchez to kick this away.
And I'm sorry, I don't like to, as an official and an umpire in baseball, I don't like to criticize umpires or referees, but that is a call that should not be made.
Well, Sanchez now standing at his own 21, gets the snap, gets the foot, kick is away. It's going to come down to the 33, middle of the field, 35, stepping up to the 40 is number 11, and that is Joseph Klein, the kick returner for Whitehouse. And he's tackled dead on the 40-yard line, and that's where the Wildcats will have it, 1st down and 10.
Yeah, it's just, a good punt there by Alex Sanchez, and now the Ennis Lions defense has really got to step up and play big here to keep, 7:53 on the clock in the fourth quarter, and they're down by 3 points. They really need to make a big defensive stand here.
Nick, the Ennis Lions tonight with a season high as a team, 286 yards rushing, an outstanding night on the ground. Pat Mahomes, though, 316 yards passing before this drive. And what a huge drive It is now, because there is 7:53 remaining in the game. It's Mahomes who's going to keep the football on the option replay, and Pat Mahomes, who seldom runs, we've now seen in the fourth quarter about 3